Musketeers. Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
So we are totally impressed by how much information Disney Imagineers can put into one rendering.
Today we're going to dig a little deeper and take a closer look at the new Toontown.
Like, subscribe, and stick around.
Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure at your pirates, eh?
Make the jump to life speed.
Hi, this is Amy, and I'm here to tell you that Toontown will be closing in March of 2022 until sometime in 2023, not only to prepare for the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but also to refurbish and plus the entire land.
Hi there, I'm TC. We put out a video yesterday looking at the new renderings of Toontown, but we wanted to go back and take a deeper dive, a closer look. So if you didn't catch that video, you're going to want to watch it. It's a great companion to this, but there's really more to talk about.
We looked at the Centennial Park and Walt's Dreaming Tree that looks truly beautiful in this rendering. One of the things that's so striking we didn't talk about is the family lying on the grass.
Open grass in Disneyland is almost unheard of these days or any days. Grass in Disneyland just is usually behind fences. Tom Sawyer's Island is the closest thing we can really think of that you can actually access, and it's not so much grass as dirt, so this almost seems too good to be true.
Galaxy's Edge renderings had lots of wandering aliens and droids that didn't happen, but we hope this does. Ideally, it would be green, healthy, live grass and shrubs, right? But it's possible and perhaps likely that it could be artificial. It is going to get a ton of traffic after all.
Real grass would be really cool, but who knows, it could be anything. The other thing with the tree that looks really cool are the giant roots coming out of it that you can climb on and crawl under. So another play element for the park. It's really neat. And Disney says that it's going to have undulating topography. So they're going to be putting in some hills and some trees and maybe even a shrubbery.
A what?
There is a sense of magic to the area in the rendering. Disney says it will offer more play activities and attractions in the land than ever before. From active play to tactile play, new experiences will let children play, slide, spin, splash, touch, and listen.
The new fountain, it seems it's fairly confirmed that it's going to replace the two existing fountains, though it's going to be in a more central location, and it's going to have interactive elements to it so the kids can play with the water. We don't think you're actually going to be able to get all the way into it, but Disney says they're going to have water tables with controls for the water jets and maybe even controls for light and color.
Cool lighting at the fountain will definitely happen at night. Disney notes that the fountain will come alive at night in a unique spectacle. We have to imagine the land is getting a new lighting package too, and that will be awesome. Mickey's Toontown, which can close early for fireworks, is not known as a place to visit at night, at least not a must-see, and that might change.
But no matter what, the whole place is going to look much more natural, pastoral, and park-like, like a real town with more trees and several grassy areas. Toontown right now is all cement, with tracks running round, and it's almost entirely flat too, and it gets really hot right now. It looks like the hills, the trees, flowers, and fields are going to move in to cool it all down.
There is a grassy area over where the Roger Rabbit Fountain and Jolly Trolley Garage are at the moment. Those may be gone in the new land. I don't see any tracks or garage in the rendering, but in their place there are people playing. There are even strollers depicted parked against the fence in the grass.
Over near Goofy's house, there's a new structure that looks like a climbing feature. It could be attached to Goofy's backyard, but it also could be its own thing. And it looks like it would work well as a stage for the new center of town, too.
There is what looks to be a garden area between Centennial Park and this new structure, and there are people in it. In fact, that's really one of the most noticeable things in the entire rendering. There are people everywhere, accessing pretty much every corner of the land.
If this is true, this is a really great move for Disney to make. Too often you feel relegated to the path, and this interactive play area with all these different places to discover is just what Toontown needs.
Goofy's house seems the same.
We're hopeful they're going to do something different with the inside of it. It used to be kind of fun with the bounce house, not that they should go back to that, but there should be more interactive features inside. And there's Donald's boat and all the paths around it. They're still really there. It's not really possible to see if there are any major changes to these places from the renderings.
Nor is it possible to see if there are any changes to Gadget's Go coaster either, but a coaster is there at least. Disney doesn't mention it by name in its statement, so really who knows if any theming changes are being considered.
As I said in yesterday's video, it does look like Chippendale's Treehouse is going away, and Disney conspicuously left them out in their statement when listing that the land would still be the home of Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy. In its place, though, is another green, grassy, tree-filled spot with lots of people enjoying the area.
Another thought here is they could be creating a backstage access point here right behind Galaxy's Edge.
Mickey and Minnie's house and the movie barn still seem to be there and in place. They're very popular attractions and meet and greets, so we think they're not going anywhere. And it's one of the coolest Disney museums in the park, too.
The food court, at least the existing section, looks like it'll offer the same options they have been, mostly pizza, hot dogs, and ice cream, but maybe the menu will get plus too.
The food court, City Hall with its amazing clock, and the new El Capitan Theater create a nice town square area with lots of trees, shade, and space. It looks like the new town gazebo might be gone. We don't see it anywhere in the rendering anyhow, but there are tables, and it looks much more inviting and less hot for enjoying a meal.
One thing TC didn't talk much about in yesterday's video is how different the street and pavement work looks overall. The old flat concrete jungle ground appears to be gone, and around are grassy areas with sidewalks and a clear street that winds around the neighborhood.
It also looks like on the sides of the winding street that there might even be dimensional soft curbs, like have been installed at Main Street USA in recent years. And this is really cool. The whole place has a much stronger sense of being a town and a home. Looks really nice and inviting.
The El Capitan Theater entrance does look nice. We sure hope they're able to process a lot of the queue indoors so it's not spilling too far out into the street and through the land to It's a Small World.
This corner of Toontown is a huge favorite with everybody. It has the town jail and the post office and the electrics and the fireworks company and so many interactive things to play with and look at. It looks to be there, but it looks altered for sure.
We're guessing, and this is just a guess, that the old Gag Factory is a new Mickey and Minnie themed gift shop that will be the exit for the new Runaway Railway. So lots of folks will be coming around these corners after they ride both rides in town. Just how much of what was there and what new gets added remains to be seen.
And finally, as we complete our circuit around this really informative rendering, we get to Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. This ride will remain, but we already know it's getting reimagined at least a little bit as well, with a new story featuring Jessica Rabbit, now playing a private eye herself, tracking down and capturing the weasels.
We're excited for this makeover. We've already gotten an idea of what changes are coming, with Jessica being taken out of the trunk at the top of the ride. We don't think the main structures and effects of the ride will change much, but Disney will make additions and changes to tell the new story.
You'll be hard-pressed to find a bigger Who Framed Roger Rabbit fan than me, but after all these years, I'm really looking to a ride where Jessica takes the lead role, solves the mystery, and keeps Roger out of trouble.
Who knows? There may be changes to the facade and the name of the ride. You can't see Benny the cab sticking out, and the entrance somehow looks a little more generic in the rendering.
Well, that's it for today. So much information in one rendering. Even the train has been added in for kinetic energy. Just beautiful.
We hope, as Disney suggests, the newly reimagined Mickey's Toontown will be a welcoming place where families and younger guests can connect and play together in fun new ways.
Thanks for joining us for a closer Toontown look. See you real soon, Mouseketeers.
See you real soon.